Hey everybody, I know there are plenty of people out there who are just as upset, distraught, all the other words about what has happened to Amona, what the 42 families of Amona right now, they are homeless. They don't have their stuff. Plenty of stuff is broken. They're going to be suing the police because of their valuables were broken. It is a horrible, horrible situation, and they're not going to be the last ones yet. The 9 houses of Ofra are on the chopping block. They still want to go after Elazar. It is crazy. What is going on? All right, first, 2 different levels of what's going on. First of all, you have to understand on the day-to-day practical level, right now, what's going on is a last-minute garage sale action like Obama did right before he left office. Right before Obama left office, the last 2-3 weeks, he gave it to Israel big time. Well, that's what you're seeing right now. The powers that be, which I'm going to get into in a minute, the powers that be are trying to do as much as possible to destroy as many Jewish homes and communities as possible in Judea and Samaria before the rules change. Okay, so on the one hand, bad news. There's going to be some more destructions coming out. Why? Because they're trying to do as much damage as possible before the rules change. The good news is the rules are about to change. The settlement law was just passed. That doesn't mean it's necessarily going to pass the Israeli Supreme Court, but it is the direction of where things are going that the rules are about to change. Sovereignty is coming, whether in parts of Judea and Samaria, all of Judea and Samaria, whether the Levy report was going to be instituted that shows how the Jewish resettling our ancestral homeland in Judea and Samaria is totally legal, so that on all levels in the Israeli government, it'll finally be totally legal and not have to deal with all this government legal stupidity that makes it so hard for us to be resettling and rebuilding in our homeland. So again, bad news is they're trying to do a wholesale destruction as much as possible to get through the works before the rules are changed, but the rules are about to change. As a message I just sent to a friend of mine from Amona, I said, he's thanking me for whatever help I'm doing. I said, no, thank you. He goes, why are you thanking me? I'm saying, I'm thanking you because you, your family, and the 41 other families of Amona have just paid a personal price for all the Jewish people. You guys just lost your homes. But it's you and the 41 other families losing your homes and your community being destroyed is actually part of the process to the rules being changed. It's thanks to them that there is a settlement law. It's thanks to them the settlement law is getting all this attention. It's thanks to them that sovereignty is more in the public consciousness to be taken care of and instituted on the public agenda. Hopefully, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was talking about it when he will be meeting President Trump. Regardless, I know the Bayit Yehudi, the Jewish Home Party, is going to be pushing hard because we all know the Supreme Court is going to continue giving trouble to the settlement law and to the legalizing the already internationally legal Jewish building in Judea and Samaria, in our ancestral homeland. So what really is going on? What's going on is no different than at any part of our history, of Jewish history for thousands of years. There has always been a struggle between those of us Jews who are proud of our Jewish heritage, proud of our Jewish identity, and want to strengthen that for the rest of us, and those amongst the Jewish people who are ashamed of their Jewish identity. They want to be more universal. They want to use the Jewish concepts from the Bible, from the Torah, and yet bring them on a universal level, forgetting that the Torah gives us those values as a people with a role to be living in our homeland to then spread those values for all of humanity all over the world. So this is a struggle in every generation. In every generation we have those within us. We have Jews within our own people, and here today, Israeli Jews who are out to weaken the Jewish identity of the Jewish people, weaken the Jewish state, and that is seen in practicality by weakening laws that have to do for all of the state of Israel, like the Sabbath laws, as well as weakening our presence in Judea and Samaria. They know that by removing homes and by removing Jewish towns and villages in Judea and Samaria, They are weakening the Jewish connection to our homeland. They want Israel to be like France is to French, like Britain is to the British, like Americans are to Americans. They want Israel to be Israeli. They don't want Israel to be Jewish. Yet we have no tie or claim to Tel Aviv if we deny our tie and claim to Hebron, Bethlehem, Nablus, Ephrat, Shiloh, Ammona. These are all places in the Bible. That is where our deed comes from to this land, in the Bible. Yes, we also have international law on our side, but we also have the Bible, and it is nothing for us to be embarrassed about. And we have no connection to Tel Aviv if we have no connection to all of those biblical places here in the ancestral homeland of the Jewish people in Judea and Samaria. So what we're seeing taking place today, unfortunately, the families of Ammon have paid the price for this. The families of Gush Katif paid the price for this, because most of the families of Gush Katif 12 years ago were of the religious Zionist community. We are the ones with the value of making Israel a strong Jewish state. We have plenty of partners who in Israel, Jewish Israelis, and even non-Jewish Israelis, who also support Israel being a strong Jewish state, but we have plenty of Jews and Israeli Jews who do not want Israel to be a strong Jewish state. They want Israel to be Israel without the Jewish identity, without the Jewish component. They want to take the universal values that the Torah and Judaism brought to the world, but strip away the Torah and strip away our Jewish identity that is connected like a Gordian knot with those same values. So that is the ultimate battle we are seeing take place before our eyes. But anyone who knows me, anyone who follows me, even while we're witnessing these sad events, this destruction of Jewish homes, destruction of Jewish communities 12 years ago in Gush Katif, now Ammona, made the 9 houses in Ofra, and whatever else they're going to try to do. This is part of that overall struggle to weaken the Jewish identity of our Jewish homeland. But we will overcome. Things are changing. The rules are changing. We're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to strengthen our Jewish homeland. We're going to continue to build in Judea and Samaria and overcome those forces, and I call them forces of evil. They might be doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They might be thinking that they're doing it for good reasons, the universal values of Judaism, but no, they are forces of evil because there's plenty of forces outside of the world, Europe, America, the United Nations, that are funding these anti-Israel NGOs and organizations here in Israel to chip away at the Jewish identity of the state, to weaken the Jewish identity of the state of Israel, and part of that is our presence in Judea and Samaria. We will overcome. Again, this is video number 2. This is a video series. Video number 1 was about the facts of Ammona that wasn't given in the press. This is video number 2 explaining to you the overall struggle that's taking place before our eyes. And I'm going to continue with this because we have to be educated. Knowledge is power, and I also believe with the true knowledge of the true facts, we have every reason to be optimistic. So thank you everyone for watching, and please share these messages because we have to share the truth, and I believe this information is critical. What do we got here? Who is here watching and commenting? Rachel, build Israel, build totally, Rachel, we will. Josh Haston is in the house. Hello, Josh. Moshe, we need to combat liberalism that destroys us from within. Well, the truth is, liberalism has been hijacked. True liberal values are values we believe in that came from the Torah, equal rights, human rights. These are what's called liberal values. But today, liberalism has been hijacked by an evil progressive agenda that they are hypocritical against those same liberal values. Today, the liberals are protesting. The women's marches are doing nothing for women being murdered without any equal rights in Muslim countries around the world, and they are silent. Total hypocrisy. So we stand for actually true liberal values, and it's the people who today march around in the name of liberalism. They're the ones who are hypocritical in terms of their liberalism. Amanda, your prayers, thank you so much. Moshe, thank you very much. Please, if you agree with this message, share and help us spread the truth. Take care, everyone. Shalom from Jerusalem.